Welcome back to the show. I'm now joined by a photographer, artist, and STL TV producer extraordinaire, Halima Martin. How does it feel to be on this side of the camera?
It's a little awkward, but it's okay.
I mean, you're like one of our producers that we've worked together on many different shows, you and I.
Sure.
And you know, and I kept hearing about all the things that you've got going on outside of this world, and thought you've got to come on here and talk about it.
I stay busy. I like to keep my hands on a lot of different things, so I stay busy.
Yeah, so one of the things I've learned just from knowing you is that you have a special interest in Haiti.
I do.
So where does that come from?
I went to Haiti a couple years ago for the first time. It was suggested by a friend that I go and just try to get my mind off of things and take a mission trip.
Okay.
At the time, I was completely stressed out. And
was this after the earthquake?
Right after the earthquake.
Okay.
So I had no idea where I was going to go, but I ran into a lady at Best Buy once who told me that she had taken a mission trip and she'd given me a card of an organization, and I lost it. During this time, I found the card in my bedroom, picked it up, made the call, and was like, do you guys take trips to do missions? And they were like, yeah, we take a lot of different trips, a lot of different places. But I really wasn't interested. I wasn't sure that I was interested until about 3 months later. I called back and said, sign me up. I went with this organization called AIM down to Haiti, and we did mission work. When I came back.
So how long were you there?
About 10 days.
Okay.
And I was there for 10 days, loved it.
And so what are the kinds of things that you did when you were down there?
Well, when I was with AIM, most of the things, it was kind of an evangelistic organization. So we did praying, helping, building of churches, helping kids in schools. And that's kind of when I was bitten with the bug, working with the children.
So it changed your life, this trip?
Absolutely. It really served its purpose because I felt like I needed to take my mind off of the things that were going on in my world and focus on other people. And when I did, I realized that things for me weren't as bad as I thought they were. So I did the work with the children. I noticed that there was a need for art supplies. And I happened to bring, when I was leaving the first time, a friend of mine had given me some crayons to take with me. And I happened to bring these crayons with me, and I was able to pass them out in the classroom, but I'd ran out. This was the only crayons that was in the whole school, the box that I'd brought.
Really?
So
one box? You took one box?
The one box.
Oh.
And it was the only crayons that were in the school, so I had to break them up and pass them around to all the kids. That's when I was bitten with the bug. I knew after that trip that I was gonna go back. I decided on the plane that I was gonna return, but in what capacity I didn't know. But I knew that I was going to return on my own again.
So when you were down there on that first trip, what was the biggest takeaway for you? Was it this need that you felt you could help with art supplies, or was there something else that just surprised you about the living conditions, the people?
They were really peaceful. They were so peaceful despite, I mean, when I went, it was directly after the earthquake. So everything was still in disarray. I mean, the people were living out of tents, the buildings, there was bricks and rocks all over the grounds. There were kids that were still hurt, that didn't have medical needs that were being taken care of. I mean, it was so much need, but the kids were happy and joyful. The people were hugging me. They were excited to see me. They were telling me these amazing stories about their survival, even though they lost a limb, even though they lost a family relative. They were just so peaceful and happy. And I think for me, I took away from that trip that despite what I was feeling, what I was going through, there was always room to be peaceful and happy. And there was always something on the other side that was brighter. And I realized that I was a little more self-involved than I needed to be.
Yeah, yeah. And I think people experience that who go to the third world. And from our country, I hear this time and time again from many friends I know who have done the same thing. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, I want to hear more about what you are doing here out of St. Louis and how we can help you help these children in Haiti. We'll have more with Halima next on STL TV Live.